It's a dope move.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game.
What's up, everybody? That's right. It's the time of the week. It is time for Big Game Sports Buzz, where the pro athlete and the sports fanatic get together and talk about sports and all things around that. I am Jay Stoggs, the buff nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why this podcast is called what it is, Big Game James. What up, dude?
Stoggs, what's happening, man? Welcome to the madness, y'all.
Yes, sir. Let's get that energy up. Hey, look, it's the time of the year where people are not feeling well. I wasn't feeling well. I apologize to those who are expecting Wednesday, but guess what? We're going to come back with it. We are going to have a Above Nerd podcast, if not Saturday. We're going to have it sometime, but because we got to get into that. But yes, thank you for joining us. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share this podcast with all your friends, your family, and of course your frenemies, because hey, that hate helps us elevate. Don't ever forget that. And cheers. Yes, absolutely.
Cheers to those haters.
Cheers to the haters. I love them. Bring them in. But again, make sure that you do like it, like the podcast. That always helps us out. As we get into your algorithm, let me slip into your algorithm. But yeah, I'm ready, man. It's been a very eventful week. Lots been going on. Hey, are we ready? You got anything to say?
Yeah. No. Let's get into this, dog, because it's a whole lot of mixed in together. So without further ado, let's hit the floor down, baby.
It's time for the 4 Downs. That's right, the hottest sports news around. BGSB presents 4 Downs.
That's right. These are the hot topics that are going on right now that we want to talk about with you. Make sure that you hit us up in the chat. We always love to read your chat to tell you that you're wrong or that you're just misguided. So always make sure that you hit us up in the chat and we'll hit you back. I don't know why you're shaking your head, man. It's so true. It's so true. Especially, when people try to talk to me about stuff, it's like, do you think before you type? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense.
They don't.
Like this first one. Apparently, so the college football portal opened up this past week. And what that means is that college players can submit their names to go into the portal. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to decide where they want to go. They're just saying, hey, we're going to leave. We know we're going to leave. This is not the place for me.
They're reopening the recruiting
right.
recruiting trip. They're reopened to recruitment to go to another university. In the nutshell.
Right. But that doesn't mean they have to decide where they want to go yet. Right. They're just saying, hey, we know this is not it for me as of right now. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't come back. That just means that, hey, I'm a free agent. Right. Let's just put it what it is. I'm a free agent right now. Well, apparently, we know there's going to be movement. But how about this? Somewhere up in Marshall, West Virginia, that team decided, well, if the coach is out, I'm out too. And the majority of the team has decided to put their name into the portal.
Bruh.
I mean, wow. I'm just gonna let you. I can tell you as a fan what I think, but you let me know as a player what do you think about this? And a coach.
Jay, this is crazy. Like all the way around, just straight up crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how else to say it. And there's a lot of things that goes on. And I'm sorry, I'm looking down because I'm trying to hit. I was trying to find that.
Bluetooth connected.
I really was trying to just find that, but like, there we go. So there's a lot that goes on in the college kids decide to transfer. But let's go ahead and just to give it some perspective of what happened. Marshall, Thunder, and Herd, they just won the Sun Belt Conference. Their coach, or former coach, I should say, Charles Huff, was just the Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
The day after the Herd won the Sun Belt Conference, Charles Huff was like, peace out, I'll see you. He went to join Conference foe Southern Mississippi.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wait, what the hell? When I heard this story, I was like, wait, what? Rewind. Excuse me. He was just Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went 11-2, I think it was, on the season. Won the conference. Coach of the Year, 11-2. This math ain't math. And what happened? So apparently, Huff was up for a contract extension that the Herd never gave him. That he was trying and wanting to get done before the season even started. They did not negotiate terms. They did not extend his contract. And lo and behold, he said, okay, if you won't pay me, guess what? Somebody else will. And guess what the player said? Shit, you won't pay my coach. You won't have a chance to pay me. I'm out. So essentially,
I'm out. Wow.
They said the entire team, but reading the article, they said basically the entire team decided to go into the portal. So here it is.
Wow.
Marshall is supposed to be playing in the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana on December 28th.
Yeah.
My question to you, Jay Stoggs, is who the hell playing in the game? If the whole team
walk-ons. Look, walk on. Listen, and this is going to be crass, but let's think about that awful tragedy that happened to this same program where damn near the whole team crashed, burned, and they had nobody else. And so now you're like, hey, you ever play football at all? Like Madden, Pee Wee, anything? That's what it's going to be like. So, hey, next man up. That's exactly what they said in the article, too. Like, just next man up. Nah, bro.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's a great soundbite, and it's a great football term and analogy. This is the stuff you say to make it sound like you don't worry when things get stressful. But man, that AD's shaking in the boots right now because if I'm the university president, I'm getting the axe out and I'm chopping heads off. There's no way in hell that my coach of the year is gonna make it out of Huntington, West Virginia, is where Marshall is or whatever.
Yeah,
wherever the hell it is, he not leaving.
Yeah,
he not gonna get a chance to leave. So a lot of people are gonna say that it's selfish of the coach to want to leave, but no, the hell it ain't. This same situation happened to the University of Nevada a couple years ago. They didn't want to play Jay Norvell when his contract was up, so he leaves Nevada. He had one of the best records at the time.
Yeah,
got to 4 straight bowl games or whatever it was, and the university didn't want to pay him the money that he was deserved. So he leaves and he goes to Colorado State. Colorado State is now relevant and playing well. And Nevada is stuck on fire and can't get nobody to piss on to put it out right now. Marshall has built their brand back up a little bit, playing decent football. For this to happen, Marshall might not get into another bowl game for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
unless they hit the portal real strong. It depends. I didn't even look to see who they hired as a coach because any coach coming in now is really behind the 8 ball recruiting wise.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of these guys are already committed. They know where they're going.
Yep.
If I'm a recruit in that area, how am I going to commit to go to Marshall and I don't know who the hell else is going to be in Marshall because they all just left?
Yeah,
it's a dumpster fire, man. It is.
You got a new coach,
mercy,
new
geez.
system, it's a new program. You starting over. It's essentially the death sentence, really, when you think about it. You starting all over again with a new program, new system.
But they will be able to get some guys out the portal that's unhappy at other schools and maybe find some guys leaving smaller schools.
Coming out of D2, but you're not. I mean, look, let's be realistic. Kids want to be on TV, and though the portal does provide a means of, I'm trying to say polarity, but basically, Alabama has 3 losses, right? And so now you can be on a team that may not be a blue blood program, but it's still Marshall. Let's not get it twisted here.
I'm not arguing that. I can't argue that. I would be a fool to sit them and go like, man, you tripping. Marshall gonna be okay. Somebody does. Well, my point is though, somebody wants to play college football somewhere, and they will.
Yeah.
And Marshall ain't just be a good landing spot because they have no one else. My whole point, what I even wanted to talk about this is, it never should have got to this. This is one of the funniest damn things. When somebody told me this, I came home and told my kids, I said, yo, did y'all hear anything about Marshall? Entire team going into the portal? I said, that don't even seem right. And then my son Jackson said, man, I'm about to look on X right now. He said, Daddy, this story, he said, you're not lying. It's true. They said almost the whole team is jumping in the portal because of the coach. So, but the biggest misconception too, Jay, is there's so many kids in the portal. The other day, the number was at almost like 5,000. Like 5,000 kids in the portal. It's not that many spots at Division I schools for these kids to play. So they said that Home Depot, Lowe's, and moving companies have some of the largest employees they've ever had over the last 3 years because of the transfer portal. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, first of all, thank you for the like. Appreciate you. Look, I get that, but I think it's also the fact that because of the portal, because you have schools that can pick and choose, and kids really can pick and choose a program or whatever. You have more schools that are on TV. There are more eyes on different programs. So now you can have, that, hey, I don't have to go to Alabama to be seen. I don't have to go to Texas. I don't have to go to SC. I don't have to go to Ohio. I don't have to go to Penn State. I can go somewhere else and get seen. And I just want to get, tape, right? That's the biggest thing in NFL, right? Just get some tape. I just need to get some tape. I need to get some film. And if I can get some film to show what I've done and what I can do, I can send it out.
But Jay, I like the opportunity for that. Somebody, let me take this back. I like that kids have the choice if they need to leave to be able to leave. But some of these kids jumping in this portal, man, and it is just batshit crazy because here it is, like this kid Malachi, something from Boise State. He originally went to USC, then he transferred to Boise State. Now he's leaving Boise State. Are you running from competition? How good are you? I mean, this is a good bad thing. I don't know what the hell is going to happen, but at the same time, for an entire team to leave, I just think is one of the funniest damn things I've ever heard, seen, read, or anything in my life. And we had to talk about it for a second. Don't know what's going to happen to Marshall Army. I hope you'll have a team to play against because y'all might be going up there scrimmaging yourself on ESPN on December 28th.
They'll put hey, look, all you need is 11. All you need is 11.
Jay Styles, if Marshall come out that tunnel with 12 players or 11 players, y'all got to call somebody to come revive me and resuscitate me because I'm gonna fall all the way out. I'm gonna fall all the way. If Marshall walk out that tunnel with just enough to cover the field,
bro,
Ooh,
man, I might go find me some eligibility and not for real. No, don't call me. Don't call me at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll probably have a good 20 or so walk-ons, kids that probably would have never played at all, let alone started. They'll get their chance, but we're gonna see.
Hey, hold on, 2 hours. I'm sorry, I just saw this. So I guess whoever Marshall Gibson said he's not objected to recruit the players from Marshall who just went to the recruiting portal. No shit, you got to be open to it. They got to be open to coming back because some of them not going nowhere else. It sounds good, but
no, and that's what I'm saying. They'll come back. They'll be back.
But what are the chances a lot of them end up at Southern Miss with their coach?
Oh, it's a good chance. Just
that's
like
that's what happened in Indiana.
Well, that's what happened in Colorado. That's why Shador was there. That's why Travis Hunter was there. That's why Horn was there. I mean, come on, let's be real about this. Right. And the thing was that people were upset, players were upset, and rightfully so, because coaches could go at any time, anywhere, but you're stuck in this program with this new coach and new staff who you know, your talents, abilities, or skills may not match their scheme. Right. And so now you're stuck behind whomever that they're going to recruit or been recruiting or wanted to recruit or that, you know, now they can pull in, and you're stuck there. So what do? You know, and now you got to wait. You got to lose a year of eligibility. You know, and so, yeah, I'm all for it. It sucks because now I say it sucks, but now you also introduce NIL to where it's, hey, they're offering me this over there. I'm out. And even though I'm starting and even though we're doing well, they're going to pay me more. And I can go and do that. So it's a slippery slope. We knew that going in. You know, we said that going in, that it was going to be like that.
All you college ADs out there, if you have a coach that's winning and you want to try to secure him, go ahead and give him the extension. If he mess up, fire his ass later. Don't let him leave and take the whole goddamn team with him. That's an old hell no within the 4 downs. Man, let's get on to the second down.
Pay him his money. Pay him his money.
Just give me my money.
Give me my money. Second down, speaking of give me my money. So apparently, Belichick is in college. That's right. He's going back to school. I said it. I said what I said. I said what I said. He is going back to school, folks. Belichick not only has a girlfriend that's in college, but now he's coaching there too. That's right. He has signed a 5-year deal with the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. No, not for basketball, but for football.
Tell me, bro.
Big deal. All right deal or no deal? What do you say?
I ain't gonna let you just spit that out there real quick. Act like I didn't hear that shit. Did you say this man has a girl in college, so now he's going back to coach college?
I'm just saying. She's like 24.
She looked young as hell. She did.
She's 24.
Damn. She okay. Well, hey. So when we did the rumor started about a week or so ago. You know, that came up a week ago. And you was like, hey, you know, they said Belichick might go coach college. He might go to North Carolina. And I don't even know it was North Carolina at the time when we talked about it first. Or whatever you said to me.
I think it was NC. Yeah, it was in UNC.
You was like, hey, we need to talk about it. I was like, his ass ain't going to nobody college. We ain't talking about that shit. And we bypassed it. And lo and behold, a week later, we're talking about Mr. No Personality, hooded, cut off sweatshirt.
Man.
Is going to coach. And it's not where he's going because North Carolina has resources.
Yeah.
They have money. And they have to because they're paying him upwards of $10 million a year. So he signed a 5-year, $50 million deal, supposedly.
5 years, yes, sir.
With today's transfer portal that we just talked about, with NIL,
Mm-hmm.
Do you really see Belichick being that guy in college football that relates to college players? Now we're talking about what people call the greatest football mind of all time, is the greatest NFL coach ever. I just I'm not saying the man can't do it. I'm saying I don't see him doing it. I just never imagined him in coaching college football. Like, why deal with that headache when you could do what you want to do almost at the NFL level and do it the way you want to do it and have a little bit more control over it?
So it's twofold here, and I really hunkered down on this part, right? The first piece was, yeah, I get all of that. He's going to have to deal with the portal and NIL and and all of that. But realistically, he's already done that from the pro level. And the biggest thing now is they're talking about having GMs on the collegiate level. So, there's that part, right? I don't think there's any big difference. Plus, he's coached, as you said, in the NFL at the highest level. He's a 6-time winning head coach, right? 6-time Super Bowl champion as a head coach, and he won it twice as an assistant. So this is an 8-time Super Bowl champion coach. That's number one. So he's got the pedigree to say, hey, look, I can make you not only get to the pros, I can tell you what we did to win the Super Bowl multiple times.
So do you really see that as a recruiting tool that's going to help and work for him to get?
Who else can say that?
You can oversell and overpromise it, but once you recruit those 10 quarterbacks, only one can play. The other 9 going into the portal, and then the one might have a little bit of success, but he's gonna be mad at the way you coach him, and he ain't gonna be able to take it, and he gonna go in the portal, and now you got to redo it all over again.
Let me ask you a question then. Do you remember any other quarterbacks, or how many quarterbacks that Belichick had during his tenure? How many did he have realistically?
You mean other than Brady?
Other than Brady.
I mean,
exactly.
You can count Jimmy G if you want to. You can count.
Yeah.
But no.
And Bledsoe got hurt, and he got out. So basically, you had 2 quarterbacks. No one even knew who the third quarterback was because it didn't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So who cares if he recruits 10? Who cares? We're talking about Bill Belichick here. He doesn't care. So he's going to take those 2, 3 quarterbacks. He's going to tell them straight up, hey, this is how it is. This is how it is. We're going to do it this way. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to be here. That's what he's going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do. Now, here's the second part of it, though. And I saw this, and this is, this has been reported a lot by a confidant that basically it was a big FU to the NFL.
Really? Do you think he was just to hit on the NFL? Right.
So I was like, wow, really? That's what it was? But it really makes sense because it makes sense. Think about it. The head coaching jobs that he could have been or would have been up for, like Arthur Blank comes out and he says he's like 3rd on their list. The Cowboys are kind of like, I don't know, maybe, McCarthy kind of. So there are other teams that he could have gone to after New England, and everyone was like, I don't know. The game may have passed them by, and we really don't want, and GMs are like, I really don't want to give up that control. So to him, it was like, I'll tell you what, you don't have to have me. I'm good. I'm not going to get Shula. That's cool. I'm going to go right down here to UNC. I'm going to build the program that I want. I have history with UNC in this area from when I was a child. Let's go. And I can do whatever I want to at UNC. Whatever
so the politics of the NFL made Bill Belichick say, I don't want to deal with y'all no more. I'll just go ahead and take my chance in college. Wow. Okay.
If you're considered one of the greatest head coaches of all time, just say coaches of all time, yet people are telling you you're 3rd on their list and your squad is not even going to make the playoffs,
But what does that say about him that NFL teams didn't want to gamble anymore, or NFL teams just that stupid? Where did you see him fitting in? Where did you see him fitting in the league besides New England? Because I never imagined anywhere else. We know he wouldn't work in Dallas because Jerry would never relinquish any kind of control. Jerry would get in the way. That would have never worked out. It sounded great from NFL fans and football fans, like, oh man, the Cowboys could get Belichick. That shit was never gonna happen.
No.
Belichick was never coming to Dallas because Jerry's a jackass.
You ready?
Go ahead.
The New York Football Jets. The New York Jets.
Woody Johnson, not gonna get out the way.
What is Woody Johnson? Woody Johnson don't do shit. What are you talking about?
He's the owner.
I know who he is, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, so what? You listen. You have again the greatest coach who coached in the division, right? You got old ass douche Dodgers who you can revitalize.
Can you?
Not really. Okay, he's old, but I'm just saying.
To me, old. He looks sorry as shit right now. I'm just gonna say,
dude. I'm
just gonna say that.
He's
a bad man, Stephen A. Smith. You ain't said that.
I've been saying this for 2 years, and no one wanted to listen, but that's okay.
You've convinced me, Jay Stocks.
I told you. He comes out here. But look, you have an awesome defense in New York, and I do say that they have a great defense. You have a good running back. You have the line has gotten better, but they need some help there. But if you have Bill Belichick there, you have weapons on the outside. Why would you not, New York? Why would you not get him? It makes no sense. To me, that would be the best fit for him.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter now because the shit ain't happening. Well, no. He's locked into the 5 foot fitted.
But see, that's the whole point of why would Belichick say F you to the league? That's why. If he can't get at least an interview with the New York Jets, and Atlanta's talking about he's their third option.
Which now they're good with Raheem Morris, but yeah.
Come on, man. But I'm just talking about before
prior
Raheem
to.
Morris.
No. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Prior to, I get it.
Prior to, like, really? Come on, man. And it ain't the money. He's on TV. He can do his thing, whatever. And he's paid. All I'm just saying is,
and all kind of shit. Just chilling.
So yeah, I think it's a great fit for him. He did what he wanted to do. Like I said, his girl can get free tuition there now. So it's awesome.
Whoa, pal, put the gun down. Put the gun.
What are you talking about? You couldn't get there fast enough, could you?
Yeah, man. I was hitting the silence and all kind of shit. Pow. You shooting them tonight. You shooting them, dog. Coming out quick.
Man, I'm coming with it tonight. I'm coming with it. Understand?
You slippery like Diddy. You slippery like Vaseline at a Diddy party.
Wow, that's what we're doing.
I'm sorry.
Is that what we're doing? Man, let's get to this third down because now we've invoked Diddy. Anytime we invoke Diddy. No.
My bad, bro.
Hey, so I wanted to talk about the Heisman race because it's coming up Saturday, but let's get back into the rankings, right? So I think this is what the committee knew. That look, we got to put Alabama in, but we know they're not going to stay. So an injustice has been righted.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying, yeah. And so now with this playoffs, the ones that are currently, how do you feel about it? You feel good?
I do. I feel good anytime I know that Alabama fans are pissed off at home. I do. That's the hater in me. That is the hater in me. You can say it, go ahead, reiterate it to the world. For the people that have never seen the show before, Jay Stock say that I'm a habitual hater. When it comes to Alabama football, yes, goddamn yes. Only team I root for in the SEC is the University of Georgia. And now that Texas is in the SEC, everyone's a blue moon. But I'm a Georgia Dogs fan, so I can't like the Alabama Crimson Tide. So yes, anytime that they're out, it's the college committee. They got it right. They got it right.
They eventually got it right, but again, they had to. It was sad is they even felt they had to put them in. I think that's the big part to me is like, why do you feel like you have to put them in? You don't have to put them in. You could have put Miami in. They weren't going to stay in. They shouldn't stay in. But okay, but
But Jay Stoggs, I do understand honestly because the SEC stripped the schedule. I'd be a fool if I sat around and said that the SEC wasn't strong. Now, I always say it's overrated to my kids whenever we have conversations, and I love to piss them off. I mean, it's like I think that's one point in time in my kids' life if they could cuss at their father, they would. They get so mad that I'm like, what? SEC overrated? Y'all tripping? SEC not even that good. It's 5 good teams. That's it. But you look at the damn college football playoffs, and what 3 SEC got in and 4 Big Ten or whatever it is, something like that. So, but I think even though SMU's schedule wasn't as good, it's not their fault. Their schedule is what it was. Yeah. So, the question now is, are teams going to go start playing tougher games prior?
Well, and it's interesting
or
that you
not,
said
or
that.
Play cupcakes.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the AD from Alabama actually stated, "Hey, you know what? We're going to look at our schedule, and we're going to really get down and do a better job of scheduling our non-conference games against top 10 teams, and having more consistency, which, hey, guess what? You should have been doing that. Like that.
You got to play the one bubble game. I mean, you got to pay the small school to come play you.
Okay.
And get your guys to tune up. You need one of those a year, though.
Okay, 1, but not 3 or 4.
Did they have 3?
I mean, come on, man. Yeah. They playing cupcakes. I mean, cupcakes, right? And I understand the week 0 game, but man, it's like it just seemed like they didn't really play anybody. And then when they did, they had a tough go of it. They had a tough go against there was no time during the season you say, woo, Alabama really blew them out. Wow, Alabama is taking it to them. No, at no time during the season did you ever say, wow, they really put it to them. Texas did, Georgia did.
They beat Georgia.
I mean, I get it. They beat Georgia.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna quit talking bad about Alabama, man.
No, they did, but they got beat by OU.
Yeah, that loss was bad.
So
that was a bad loss.
It was a bad loss.
That loss didn't help. You're right. You're right, Stop.
So and you got beat by Vandy. So I'm just saying, like, make it make sense. Okay. Yeah, you had a top, and I think Georgia was top 5 at that time as well. You had a top 5 win on your record, but the rest of your record doesn't help you, right? And like you said, SMU played who they played. They were in the conference. They lost in the conference championship to let's see, Clemson was 12. I think Clemson was 12 at the time, or maybe
Clemson was kind of bad too.
They were, but they won. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. So there's some people who are upset, and I think the Bar is one of them. But some people are upset that Arizona State has a first-round bye because
they ended up with a higher ranking, and they got they won the conference. They won the Big 12. Dude,
they won the conference.
They were picked to finish last in their conference, dog, and won it.
I get that. But
shout out to my boy Big Vince Amy and Dyron Reynolds, 2 coaches there I know at Arizona State. Congratulations, fellas.
There you go. But in the top 25, they're actually ranked lower than quite a few of the teams that have to play in the first round.
They are,
namely Texas.
Hey, but guess what? If you look at this bracket, if you're Texas,
you love it.
Don't you like your path to the goddamn championship? If
you
I'm
love
Texas,
it.
I'm looking at my child like, all I gotta do is beat Clemson. Then we get Arizona State. If I'm Texas, I'm not complaining at all. I'm loving this shit. I'm loving it.
And you get Georgia. Yeah, you get Georgia at the end. Come on, man.
At
Let's
the
go.
Very end.
And
everybody want to see that third game.
and you play them tough that second game. Come on, man.
Facts.
That's to me. That's the pathway.
That is the pathway.
That's it.
Texas has.
That's it. So
this is the problem. Do you think that throw everything else out the window, throw conference championship teams out the window? Now you win the conference championship, you get into the top 12. Period. Yeah. But do you think once you do that, you rank them 1 through 12, and the top 4 get the bye? So, like, if you look at this and you look record-wise, the teams that would have had the bye, just based off of who had the better record or strength of schedule, would have been Georgia, Oregon, Texas, and then Penn State. Out of these 12, right?
Right.
Do you think that would have made for a better bracket if those 4 teams got to bye and the other teams had to play each other?
I mean, my quick answer is yes. That's my quick answer. But here's my other answer. Here's my brain answer. And I would even actually no, this is my heart answer. The reason for the playoff, as far as I have read and understood it and have talked to people that I've talked to, was that the conference championships should matter. That's the reason why the Big 12 got a conference championship and they didn't in the past, because they were left out because the committee would say, well, you don't have a conference championship. So how do you really know who's your true conference champ?
The Big 12 had a conference championship for a long time
now.
No,
they did not have one, sir.
Yes, they did.
No, sir, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Check. I don't know who you think you're not talking to, but I'm telling you, the Big 12 did not have a conference championship for a while. And it was the year that they got, it was actually the year that Baylor was like really good, but because they didn't have a Big 12 championship, they didn't go.
Big 12's had a championship since Colt McCoy and Dominican Sue when Nebraska was still in the Big 12.
No, Dominican Sue, man, come on, bro. What we doing?
Yeah, I did that. I did a buff nerd on you.
No, you didn't, because go back, check your facts.
I'm going Donald Trump.
But okay, you know what? Because you're insinuated, people can hear. That's okay. All I'm saying is this: I am glad though that they do have the bye, because the conference championship should matter. It should matter, and if we're especially talking about the Power Four, which is what it is now, instead of the Power Five,
they did. Okay, yep. This is what happened. We're both right.
Oh,
we're both right. Listen. So they started the formation of the Big 12 in 1996. From 96 up until 2010, they had conference championship games. Then they took them away, and then they brought them back in 2017. So, I'm a little older than you, so I went back to the 2010 year that I remember. God damn it. Yes.
It's about the SWAC championship? What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, they had Big 12 championship games up until 2010. Then they cut it out, and then they went back to it in 17.
Yeah. Okay. Because Baylor got left out. That's a big reason.
Hey, you know what?
But,
that's what Baylor get for. Yeah, I'm gonna
stop it. Stop. But the point is that you should reward your conference championship, your conference champions. True. And that's how you do it.
I understand that. I'm not mad at it. I'm glad it's expanded. I said once before, take every conference, every Division I conference championship winner and put them in the bracket, let them play. And if the little schools get annihilated, they get annihilated. The big boys make it, they play each other. This, we still do. There's never going to be 100% happiness. It's just not. If someone's going to be pissed off every year, it doesn't matter. Absolutely. But I think what they're going to have to do, you rank your teams 1 through 12. If you win your conference, you're in that top 12. And then after that, from 1 through 12, you rank those teams accordingly. Schedule what they did, best victories, whatever it may be. You figure it out, you get it done. Alabama, you enjoy that game with Michigan this year. That shit is good for you. It will be good for your players. You did good. You only got 8 guys leave your team to go into the portal, so you can still be effective.
Oh yeah,
competitive.
That's really good.
Only 8.
That's really good. That's really good.
If you look, Oklahoma got Yes, wow, transport. Whoa.
They
might only have 4 scholarship receivers playing in the bowl game.
They got a lot. And that's, and they're gonna have to figure something else out for these bowl games with these players that are saying, hey, I'm either gonna get in the portal or I'm getting ready for the pros. So I'm not gonna hurt myself. And we've talked about this. Should players be allowed even on the sideline if they're not gonna play in the bowl game?
Hell no. If you gonna opt out on me, I'll put your ass off my sideline.
If you're a healthy scratch, then you should not watch it. We'll give you a student ticket. You can go sit in the stands.
I said, if you're not a first or third round pick, you better get your ass on the field and try to improve your draft grade.
But even if you are a first round pick, I mean, and we need you in this game, especially now.
A first round pick, that's a business decision. As a coach, me having a first round pick still helps me recruiting wise to my school. So maybe, that's like Jimmy when he said when Dan Marino fell asleep in the meeting compared to the backup. Dan Marino, hey Dan, you might want to wake up. The backup, give me your playbook, get the hell out. It's a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, but it's no. Let's get into this fourth down.
Let's go, baby.
And I know you appreciate this because apparently your Atlanta Hawks have moved on, beating the New York Knicks.
Yes.
To go participate in the semifinals.
Ice Tray.
Of this Commissioner's Cup.
Yes, Lord.
Should we care? Should we care about this?
I'm gonna say you should care, but I think if your team makes it, you care. I think your team gets in there, it gives you something to watch and talk about. Think about it. Lakers fans went ape shit last year when the Lakers made it.
They did
to the cup and they hung a banner up.
They did.
They hung a
banner mid-season. They hung up a banner, and if you talk to certain Lakers fans, they'll tell you they got to 18 before Boston did.
Wow.
They'll tell you that.
I'm not going to go that far that you count that Commissioner's Cup as an 18 in the Raptors. That's not it. Jay, I'll say this. I like the idea and the concept, especially since All-Star has kind of turned into what it's turned into. I think the NBA is just trying to do something to make it a little bit more competitive within the season and something else for fans. So I'm not mad at how they're doing it. A lot of people can criticize teams for like, oh my God, they went all in just for this Commissioner's NBA Cup, and they didn't put that same energy into finishing out their regular season to be more competitive later. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It's hard for me to question. I like that the Hawks have made the semifinals, that they're going to Vegas and they have a chance to play in the championship. But at the end of the day, like I tell most people, I don't really get locked into the NBA personally until after All-Star break. Until after All-Star break, they might really start trying to, lock in and pay attention to see what's going on, and really, I'll watch the first quarter and the fourth quarter right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! The Hawks on. All right, Trey. Good. All right. Damn, the Hawks got a chance to win the cup.
I mean, there are options. There are options right now to for things to watch, like football, of course.
Right.
Hockey. It's out to stop it.
Stop it.
People watch hockey.
What kind of people?
People watch hockey. This guy.
Hey man, can I tell you something, Jay? I'm gonna say this before I forget. You know how they always do like the walking up the tunnel in suits and stuff. And so like pregame, I was watching ESPN and motherfuckers walking up. I said, well, what the fuck game is on? Who are these people? I said, who walking through the tunnel? It was a hockey game. I was like, oh man, let me turn this shit. I was dying laughing because I was like, ain't no Tuesday night football. What the hell? Who is this walking up the tunnel? And it was hockey. I had to turn so fast.
Hockey. You should watch it. You know what? We're gonna go to a game. You and me.
I'll go to a game. In person.
Yeah. We'll go watch the Devils when they come. They usually come around January.
If I watch hockey on TV, If I watch hockey on TV, something wrong. Nothing else on.
Yeah. We'll go down to the ice, man. We'll go to the rink and we'll watch them down there.
Hey, shout out to all them hockey players, though. Man,
yeah.
I just ain't watching. That's me. I'm sorry.
I mean, I got to do something else than watch the Cowboys. So that's what I do.
Facts. I understand that. That ain't shit.
The Mavs and hockey.
Okay.
There it is. Because watching the Cowboys, I tell you what that makes me say.
It make us all say, God damn it.
All of us. God damn it. All of them?
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the portion of the podcast where we find things throughout the week that make us say, oh, hell no, or now for us Southerners. I told you mine.
You did.
Yes, I do have one.
Yes, I did have one.
I yield, sir.
This oh hell no, I have Jay. It comes from a play on the gridiron. Okay. A play that if you play the game of football, you've heard this term since you started to play the game. That term is Peter. Peter means get away from the ball, and it normally happens on punts, right?
Yeah.
And if anyone doesn't know what Peter means, I'm gonna make a short and put that out there for you to let y'all know what coach came up with the term Peter and why they came up with it. But nevertheless, Monday Night Football. This is the first time I think I've ever said that both teams were going to win in the same sentence in a matter of 10 seconds. I'm watching the game. Dallas Cowboys, Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are back to punt. The Cowboys blocked the punt. I said, oh, shit. The Cowboys going to win. Punt block, bouncing on the ground. Defensive back, Amani Orowaye, decides that he wants to go up and try to recover it. The ball touches him. Cincinnati grabs it. I said, oh, shit, the Bengals won the game. The Bengals will later go to score when Burrow hit Jamar Chase for a game-winning touchdown pass. And the Dallas Cowboys, yet again, found a way to lose a winnable game. Jay Stoggs, I want to say thank you to my wife for helping me remember that this was supposed to be my oh, hell no. And thank you to the Cowboys for cowboying. Oh, hell no. Peter, you do not touch the ball. If the Bengals touch the ball, it's down right there. You get the ball in scoring position. You more than likely win the game. The game was lost on a bonehead-ass play. Oh, hell no.
You know.
I'm sorry I did that to you.
Game. As the play was happening, now remember we were out somewhere, and I came back late to watch the game. I kind of listened to it, but I said, and a good friend of ours who's a Bengals fan said, hey man, why don't we bet? Let's make a friendly wager. I said, I really don't do that. I said, but what you talking about? He said, he gave me the amount. I said, I can't bet that much on the Cowboys, man. I just can't. Because somehow, some way, I knew they were going to lose. But that's not how we should have lost. That's not how you should have lost. That's not it. Yeah. Okay. So I thought about that one, but it was actually too painful. So I came up with another one. So thank you for that game. I don't know if you've seen this. There's a basketball player by the name of Jalen Williams out here at Oklahoma City Thunder. He's a good player. He's a really good player. He likes tattoos. He likes a lot of tattoos, especially on his legs. Now, this is two-part. Number one, the first part. He's got a tattoo on his thigh. Now, look, you may say I'm wrong. You may say I don't know what I'm talking about. But men, you don't get tattoos on your thighs. That's not what men do. That's for the ladies.
These young folks.
And in particular, ladies that like to dance for money. So
band dancers?
Bands make a dance. And that's all I can do. But yeah, typically those are the ones that I see that have tattoos on their thighs. But that's the first part. The second part is what is actually the tattoo. If you're not aware, it's actually a tattoo of when Allen Iverson was stepping over Tyronn Lue. Like that whole scene. That's the tattoo. Yeah, just yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 8-ball corner pocket.
What's it? Like why? Why? There's no why? Why would you have that? I get it. You can have it on a poster. You can get a t-shirt with that on there. But a tattoo on your thigh? Come on, man.
Wow.
I just hope at some point in time, Tyronn Lue is his coach. That's all I want.
I just try to pull it up and then I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's hard to find. I tried to get it. He talks about it. So if you go out, if you actually just Google it, he'll talk about it and he shows it on a couple of interviews. But like he showed it today, I believe on First Tech or wherever he was. No, NBA Today. Inside NBA Today. He showed it. And it is a full-fledged whole scene of AI stepping over Tyronn Lue. So if you find it, you'll find it. Nah. Don't get no tattoos on your thighs, fellas. That's I'm not gonna say what it is, but you know what it is. Don't do that. Be better. Get on your arm. Something. Chest. Not your thigh. That's dancing stuff. All right, man. Let's get to this top 5.
Let's go.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Buzz, top 5.
Ooh, some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some even punk out and have a top 10. But not here at Big Game Sports Buzz. No. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. That's the top 5. Tonight's top 5. And make sure that you hit us up in the chat. Top 5 Heisman snubs of all time. This is going to be fun. I didn't even notice something about some of these people. It's crazy. Boy, absolutely wild.
It is. All right, man. Without further ado, I won't take up a whole lot of time and really explain these. But if you have any questions of what I picked, reach out. Hit questions. We can talk about it. All right. 1995, Nebraska quarterback Tommy Frazier is snubbed by Ohio State running back Eddie George. And some people are going to say, big game. Come on now. Eddie George deserved the Heisman. He had Heisman-like numbers, but Tommy Frazier is clearly the best player in college football. Got snubbed. Man, my second one. Someone that was near and dear to me until he got older and got a lot crazier. And that's Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Herschel Walker loses out to George Rogers of South Carolina. And Herschel Walker was the man in college football.
Yes, it was.
Number 3. This one really baffled me when I found this when I was looking up some of these. And I was like, goddamn, I remember this. Larry Fitzgerald in 2003 loses out to Oklahoma quarterback Jason White. Some people don't even remember who the hell Jason White is now.
No, for reasons.
And Larry Fitzgerald was the man at Pitt and the man in college football. Number 2, I'm going to catch hell on this one. I'm going to catch hell. And I'm not really mad, but I do consider it a snub. 1997, Tennessee Vols quarterback Peyton Manning was beat out by Charles Woodson. And now, while I'm a defensive player, and I was so happy that a defensive player finally got it, a lot of people are saying that Peyton Manning's numbers from that year can't be copied, duplicated, or anything else, and that because of what he did at that time, he really deserved the Heisman over Woodson, and a lot of people consider it a snub. And that's the one thing that Peyton Manning doesn't have in his trophy case is a Heisman.
That's it. Yeah.
So that's one right there. But to me, the biggest one of all time that I remember, and I talk about this all the time. 1992, San Diego State running back Marshall Faulk,
yes, sir,
was beat out by the University of Miami quarterback Gino Torretta. Gino Torretta, I think, went on to play 3 snaps in the NFL.
Yep.
Hell of a businessman.
Man.
A good college quarterback at the U. But no way in hell should he have hoisted that hardware up over his head over Marshall. Yeah. So that's my top 5, Jay.
Man, it's a good top 5, sir. I share your sentiments. Herschel Walker's on my list, of course. I don't even understand how you do that. Tommy Frazier is on my list. To give it context, 604 yards passing, 14 touchdowns. Oh, ran for 604 yards, had 14 touchdowns, threw for 1362, and had 17 passing touchdowns. So when you think about it, this one dude who was considered the best mobile quarterback, athletic quarterback of all time in college, dude, he accounted for 31 touchdowns in a college football season. That's 10 games, people.
Damn.
10. It's crazy. That's crazy. So he's definitely on there. Marshall Faulk, of course. I think everyone can attest to that. That didn't even make sense. Here's 2 that people may not understand or realize. The first one is O.J. Simpson. Then you say, oh, wait a minute, Jay. He got a Heisman. 1967. Because he got one for 1968, his senior year. But the year before, he rushed for over 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns. He would have been the first back-to-back.
Wow.
Heisman Trophy winner. But alas, no. Some guy from UCLA named Gary Beban won. Right? Like it just it doesn't make sense to me, man. To put it into further perspective, I had to read this because I had to make sure I get this right. Beban threw for 1,259 yards, right? Okay, all right. 8 touchdowns, 7 picks. This is your Heisman winner here. He rushed for 227 yards, ran for 11 scores. So he was more of a athletic quarterback. Come on, man. What are we doing here? And then finally, another one that could have won it, right? Jim Brown. Jim Brown was actually snubbed. This is 1956. His team went 7-2. 986 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. He caught a touchdown, and he threw for a touchdown in that year. Now, you may say, well, wait a minute, Jay. Okay, that's good numbers, but somebody else probably had better numbers. They did. But it's not so much that as to who actually won. And it was Paul Hornung. Now, some people who are, historians will know Paul Hornung's name, right? Green Bay Packers, blah, 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 whatever. But he's the only Heisman winner that was on a losing team. When I say losing, understand what I'm saying here. He was playing on the Fighting Irish, right? Notre Dame. They finished 2-8 that season.
Stop playing.
I am very serious, sir. 2-8.
Can I ask you a question, Jay Stocks?
Yeah.
Was that a racially motivated winning of the Heisman?
I don't know, because look, he beat out Johnny Majors and Tommy McDonald, and these dudes were white.
True.
And I'm not even saying Jim Brown should have, like Jim Brown finished 5th in the voting. That's what's crazy to me. He finished 5th. But like this dude, there were better players, I will say that. But this definitely made no sense. 2-8. 2-8.
Lord have mercy. Dang.
2-8.
Wow.
So that's my list. Thank you very much. Oh,
boy. Damn. That's crazy. Good list, Jay. I knew you would be the historian to go back further than me. I couldn't go past 1980, bro. I mean, I'm old. I ain't that old. Your ass was the 56.
Hey man, I like to.
My daddy was only 8 years old and 56.
But he knew Jim Brown. He knew he got snubbed. So there you go.
Your ass. Shit, man. Hey, gotta tell the people, man, what you got to tell the people, brother.
Yo, thank you for showing up and showing out. We so appreciate you joining us. Make sure that you, again, like us, subscribe to us, and you ring that bell so you know the next time something that comes on BGSE Network, Big Game Sports Entertainment Network, you're there and you're ready to go. Of course, hey, stay lovely. Love you. I'm Jay Stoggs, the buff nerd. Let's go.
And I'm your man, Big Game James. For everybody at BGSE Network, thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, peace.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah.